Today, we're going to be ranking the amphibious vehicles of GTA Online. Some of you may be asking what is an amphibious vehicle, and those are vehicles that can drive on land or fly in the air, but can also go into the water and be fine, aka landing on the surface of the water if they're an aircraft, or being able to go below the surface as well. This should be a pretty interesting video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, let's go. Alright, starting off with the worst vehicle on this entire list, this is the Mammoth Dodo, and it sells for $500,000, but I believe it's free for some players as well. This thing is awful. It has a top speed of 134.25 miles per hour, making it actually not that slow, but it's pretty damn slow at the same time. Armor-wise, it can take up to 2 homing missiles or 1 RPG, or up to 2 explosive rounds. Unfortunately, this is one of the MC delivery vehicles for sale missions, and in my opinion, it's actually the worst sale vehicle in the entire game now. Simply because in the MC sale mission featuring it, you have to stay below a certain height, which keeps you close to the ground. And if you didn't know, in GTA, the higher up you go, the faster your plane will travel. So it's intentionally done this way, obviously, to delay the sale mission and make it intentionally really awful and hard to complete. The Dodo's like cool until you fly it, and then it becomes extremely uncool. So yeah, it's trash, don't ever buy one. Up next, we have the Rune Zaba for $1,800,000 to $2,400,000 if you don't have the trade price for it. And this is one of the worst vehicles in GTA Online in any other capacity other than armor. The Zaba can take up to 14 RPGs or 14 homing missiles, making it actually one of the more strong vehicles in the entire game when it comes to taking RPGs. It can also take up to 33 explosive rounds from a Heavy Sniper Mark II, which is pretty cool. It has a top speed of 62.25 miles per hour, which means it's extremely slow. Now, the Zaba floats in the water like the vehicle it's based on in real life, the Sherp, and it's pretty good in this regard. It can go across bodies of water, whether they're large or small, and it can protect you decently. Now, where the problems come in with the Rune Zaba is largely due to the wheelbase being extremely short. This means that it can't corner very well. Luckily though, it does mean it can turn around very quickly, which is pretty cool. But considering the price of the Zaba is $1.8 million, and that's with the trade price, that's the cheapest you could ever get it, it's kind of crazy and it's really not worth buying. But at the end of the day, it is an amphibious vehicle, so of course it made the list. Up next, we have the Karen Technical Aqua for $1,120,000 if you have the trade price. Now, if you don't, it's going to be $1,489,600. This vehicle was directly inspired by Top Gear's Jeremy Clarkson's creation, the Toyota and the Nissank, 2 modified pickup trucks that actually did float quite well, actually. And the Technical Aqua has a top speed of 93.25 miles per hour when on land, but it is much slower when in the water. The Technical Aqua has a bed-mounted machine gun that deals significant damage, and armor-wise it has absolutely nothing. It can take 2 explosive rounds from a heavy sniper, and that's the only thing even notable. It dies in one shot of literally anything else. The Technical Aqua is a really cool vehicle, but overall it's probably still not worth buying, to be honest. Next up, we have one of the more unique vehicles in GTA Online. This is the Mammoth Tula for $3,075,000 if you have the trade price, or $4,100,000 if you don't. This thing is a VTOL propeller plane that can land in the water, which is pretty cool. It's weaponized with front-mounted MGs, and it also has a gunner turret on the rear end, and you can equip bombs to it as well. It has a 150 mile per hour top speed, and it has a rocket boost or a JTOW, which is a jet-assisted takeoff system, and I don't know how to activate it on PC. I tried every key I could think of, and I couldn't get it to work. So you're just gonna have to imagine it working. Armor-wise, it can take up to 3 homing missiles or 1 RPG, or up to 2 explosive rounds. The Tula is actually a really cool plane. I honestly, genuinely enjoy flying it around. I use it a lot more than I ever thought that I would in GTA Online, and being that it can land in the water, I think that is a pretty unique feature that not many vehicles in this game can match. Up next, we have the Nagasaki Blazer Aqua for $1,320,000 to $1,755,600. With a 99 mile per hour top speed on road, this thing comes equipped with front-mounted machine guns that deal decent damage, and it can be converted quickly from a jet ski into an ATV or vice versa. This can also be upgraded at Los Santos Customs and requested through the interaction menu, or by taking it out of your vehicle cargo warehouse manually. The Nagasaki Blazer Aqua is a really cool vehicle, and you never see anybody using it in GTA Online, probably because it's just not that useful, but it certainly is very cool, and it's also very fun. Out of all the vehicles on this list, I truly think it is the most fun amphibious vehicle of them all, but there are some other good ones coming up, so let's get into the next one. Here we have the Stromberg for $1,875,000 to $2,500,000. This vehicle had a price reduction back in April of 2023, luckily, making it a lot more affordable, and unfortunately it's been largely overshadowed in GTA Online for some time now, but it certainly is still an amphibious vehicle, and it's really not bad considering that price drop. The Stromberg is armored and takes up to 6 homing missiles, or 2 RPGs, or up to 5 explosive rounds, and it has a top speed of 112.75 miles per hour when driving on road. It can deal a good amount of damage thanks to the homing missiles and the torpedoes that it gets for when you're underwater. It also has front-mounted machine guns that are the highest damaging in the entire game for a land vehicle. Of course, the Stromberg is also a submersible in GTA, kind of similar to the Toreador, which is coming up ahead on this list, but the Stromberg is like the OG version. It came out back in 2018, and it's still a really fun car. It's just not nearly as fast or useful as the Toreador, which again is coming up ahead on this list. Next up, we have the HVY APC for $2,325,000 to $3,092,250. The APC was added to GTA Online way back in 2017, and it's one of the earlier amphibious vehicles in GTA. It has a top-mounted cannon which can be upgraded to a SAM battery, and it also has the ability to drop proximity mines if you have them unlocked through bunker research. It's well armored, taking up to 8 RPGs or 8 homing missiles, or up to 19 explosive rounds. It has a top speed of 63 miles per hour on the road, barely beating out the Rune Zaba, which is quite sad, and it's extremely slow. In the water though, it's even worse. However, there's basically nothing that's this armored and this offensively gifted in the game, which is the reason it's ranked so well on this list. Another fun fact about the APC is that you can switch from the driver to the gunner seat while you're in the driver's seat, without having to get out of the vehicle, which I think is an underrated feature that should be on more vehicles in GTA. Next up, we have the Sea Sparrow for $1,815,000. This is the amphibious version of the Sparrow that's in the Kasatka submarine. This thing lands and floats on water, and it can be equipped with homing missiles or machine guns, depending on what you want. The top speed is 153.75 miles per hour, and of course you can also upgrade the engine and handling as well to make it more responsive and to your liking. The Sea Sparrow is honestly a very good helicopter. It's pretty quick, it's maneuverable, and it's relatively small, so you can get into tighter spaces that you couldn't with bigger helicopters. Next up, we have the Western Company Seabreeze for $850,000 to $1,130,500. This thing can nosedive directly into the water and pop right back up out of the water, no problem. Now it can also land on the water like a float plane as well, and it can be equipped with front-mounted machine guns, countermeasures, and bombs. Now you can also change the engine upgrades, handling modifications, and the armor on this thing as well. Speaking of armor, it can take up to 3 homing missiles or 1 RPG, or up to 2 explosive rounds, and it has a top speed of 191.75 miles per hour, making it one of the faster planes in the game. The Seabreeze is an absolute blast. It might even be more fun than the Nagasaki Blazer Aqua, but it certainly is the second best amphibious vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, we have the Pegassi Toreador as the best amphibious vehicle in the game, coming in at $4,250,000, and you probably expected this to be on the list and be at number 1. And of course, the Toreador is the vehicle that completely replaced the Stromberg in Online as the best submersible car in the game, and that's for good reason. Now, the Toreador has the same homing missiles and machine guns as the Stromberg, which are excellent, but it also has the sonar for underwater, which is pretty cool for finding treasure. A common misconception with the Toreador is that it is better than the Stromberg armor-wise, but this is actually false. They have the exact same armor, taking 6 homing missiles, 2 RPGs, or 5 explosive rounds. The Toreador also has a rocket booster that recharges quickly and propels it up to a top speed of 135.25 miles per hour, which is significantly faster than the Stromberg. The boost also recharges and works underwater as well, but the Toreador can seat 4 players, which is 2 more than the Stromberg. Overall, the Toreador is definitely the best amphibious vehicle in the game, and it's damn near one of the best vehicles in the game, period. But anyway guys, there you have it. Those are my rankings for the best amphibious vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let me know what you thought of the list in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course, and consider subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.